Good afternoon and welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show here on Newsmax. We're debuting a new segment today. It centers around questions that the biased press, you, and every other American should be asking, but aren't. The segment is called The Question Is. The first story comes out of the purple state of Colorado. Residents there are outraged. Outraged, I tell you. Big Brother is controlling your thermostat, observed one conservative headline. This happened after news broke that some 22,000 so-called smart thermostats were locked on a day when temperatures soared into the 90s. The lockdown was because the utility declared an energy emergency. Some customers reported temperatures inside their homes reaching 88 degrees. But it turns out that these customers did this to themselves. According to the utility, those customers opted into the smart thermostat program in exchange for a $100 credit at sign-up and $25 each year. The question is, was it worth it? The question is, who in their right mind would turn over control of their home's environment to a complete stranger? Today, in the People's Republic of California, they are facing rolling blackouts because of a heat wave. Increased temperatures are common in summer. That's a fact. This reality appears to be a complete surprise, though, to those who run California. Under the Democrats' green agenda, California has fallen prey to converting their grid from reliable energy production to a mix of mostly solar and natural gas during the day, along with some imported power from other states. California is not self-sufficient. But solar power begins to fall off during the late afternoon and into the evening, which just so happens to be the hottest part of the day. Add to this, California is the state that just implemented a policy that will reportedly quadruple the strain on their power grid as they mandate electric cars be the only new vehicles sold in California by 2035. If residents lose power in the middle of a heat wave, human lives are at risk. That's a fact. The question is, why is this allowed to happen in a supposed first world country?
No, don't let him go. Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot. No, everybody's entitled. Okay? Look. Extreme MAGA Republicans don't just threaten our personal rights and our economic security, they embrace political violence.
That's Joe Biden at a campaign stop in Wisconsin, calling a heckler an idiot. Those in attendance applauded Joe Biden's name-calling. As far as we can tell, nobody in the biased press pushed back on Joe Biden for doing this. President Trump, on the other hand, was widely condemned for name-calling as he blasted his detractors. Unlike their silence with Biden, Trump earned the scorn of the biased press. And what about Biden's claim that MAGA Republicans are prone to, quote, political violence? According to CNN and other news sources, a man upset with overturning of the Roe v. Wade decision planned to assassinate a sitting Supreme Court justice. Here's a question. Is that violent in Joe Biden's world? In 2020, Americans endured riots, looting, burning, beatings, and killings at the hands of the political left. Wouldn't most Americans call that violence? According to multiple reports, those in positions of power don't appear to be concerned with violence perpetrated by the left. To further back up this observation, evidence shows that cases were dropped against violent BLM and Antifa rioters all over these United States. Didn't seem to matter the location in left-wing New York or right-wing Fort Worth, Texas. Charges are being dropped left and right, mostly left. The American press couldn't be bothered to report on what many perceived as a double standard of justice, but reporters outside the USA conducted an analysis that showed that most charges against George Floyd rioters and protesters were dropped, despite them being illegal and, yes, violent. And then there's this.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people.
Wow, those are lofty charges. Joe Biden would go on to say that anyone pushing the Make America Great Again agenda was a threat to the United States. Do you think Joe Biden's condemnation extends to all people who believe in making America great?
I believe that together we can make America great again. And with your help, your heart, your devotion, and your efforts, we can build a community of hope.
Wow. The first MAGA politician was a Democrat. But in his defense, Joe Biden was very clear. The only threat to the United States of America comes from MAGA Republicans, not MAGA Democrats. And that leads us to some of the first polling to come out of Joe Biden's highly political and highly divisive speech. According to the Trafalgar poll, 57% of Americans, an overwhelming majority of independents and Republicans, called the Biden primetime speech a dangerous escalation in rhetoric, and they believe it was designed to incite conflict. The question is, how much longer will the overwhelming majority of Americans accept the double standards that have been forced upon us?
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. September is historically the worst performing month for the stock market, so you better be ready for it. The Fed continues to aggressively raise rates, and JP Morgan is forecasting another mega rate hike September the 21st. Is that why Jamie Dimon said an economic hurricane is coming our way? Well, gold and silver have remained remarkably stable despite the Fed aggressively raising rates today. The Patriot Gold Group has a special incentive for Newsmax viewers. Huge! Now precious metals investors can enjoy the no-fee-for-life gold and silver IRA on qualifying rollovers, or enjoy free, discreet, insured shipping on all direct gold and silver purchases. Here's the number, 800-356-4470. Call 800-356-4470 today.